Okay, you guys watch part 1. If not, go check it out first. 3 criteria: loyalty, helpfulness, could they have done it without him? Let's get back to it and find out who is the #1 best Disney animal sidekick. At number 5, we have Timothy Q Mouse. Okay, this one's interesting because on one hand, he's more like a mentor than a sidekick. Sort of like one cricket. I can't quite remember. But on another, he's still the side character, so I say he qualifies. Loyalty, he gets a 9. He has Dumbo's back for no other reason than he feels bad for it. I'd give him a 10, but there's no real adversity to having Dumbo's back. He seems kind of like a loner mouse before he helps Dumbo. So would he have still had his back if there were stakes? The world may never know. Quick little side note. This map scene when they were going on the train right over Orlando in 1941. It's kind of crazy to think. That was 30 years before Walt Disney World opened. What are the odds? Helpfulness, he gets an 8. He goes out of his way to help Dumbo, and he gets nothing in return. He literally just sees the old women elephant being all mean to Dumbo, and he's like, hey, what the heck? That's not cool. I'm going to help you out there, kid. And he pushes Dumbo to become a star. Could he have done it without him? This one is a runaway 10. That's right, we have our first 10. Never in a million years. Dumbo's just a young, dumb kid. And they take Dumbo's mom and lock her up, and Dumbo's all alone. Everyone has abandoned him. He's a helpless little elephant with no idea what to do. Timothy Q Mouse scares up these stuck elephants, reunites Dumbo with his mom temporarily, and plays one of the most heart-wrenching music montages in Disney history in Baby Mine. He tricks Dumbo into believing he can fly, saves the day, reuniting him with his mom, and he gets nothing in return. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's 27. Why is he number 5? Why isn't he higher? Well, I'm deducting 5 points for one reason and one reason only. He lets Dumbo get wasted.
I'm wasted!
I was as surprised as you are probably right now. I mean, I know Dumbo came out in 1941, and it was probably normal back then for kid elephants to get drunk with their mouse mentors, but hey, that just doesn't fly today. And I know technically it was an accident, but Timothy Q Mouse assumed responsibility for Dumbo. So it's still on him. And that's why he's losing points here. Overall, still a fantastic sidekick. And a quick side note, I really enjoyed this movie. It really made me miss classic Disney and hand-drawn animation. I would love to see them do a new movie done like this. But to keep it about Timothy Q Mouse, great sidekick, great character, overall score 22. At number 4, we have Timon and Pumbaa. First of all, I hope you all appreciate the links I go to make these videos. I really didn't want to watch the freaking Lion King. Every time I see Mufasa die, I cry like a baby, and I really didn't need that in my life right now. But hey, I signed up to make these videos, right? And don't even get me started on Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Yes, I'm single. Anyway, loyalty, they get an 8. Their original plan is to save Simba so they can have a lion on their side.
What if he's on our side?
But they accept him and don't dig into his past, which is what Simba is running from in the first place. And even after Timon sees Pride Rock in its decimated state, he says to Simba, if it's important to you, we're with you to the end. Helpfulness, they get a 7. They don't do anything to help him grow. Obviously, Simba doesn't survive without them. They raise Simba and let him ignore the pain of his past without ever digging into it. They teach him to turn your back on the world and have no worries, that it's okay to run from your past. Maybe that's not the best advice, but Simba had to grow on his own timeline after the tragedy of Mufasa, and they allow him to do just that. Could he have done it without them? Once again, we have a 10. Not only do they save Simba's life, agree to fight to the death with him, and offer themselves as live bait, but they also support him to move on and become king. I mean, sure, they might not be overly enthusiastic about it at first because they will lose their way of life, but hey, still a 10 out of 10 to me. Two classic characters and a great tandem of sidekicks. Overall score, 25. Number 3, we have Abu. One of my all-time favorites and one of the funniest. Loyalty, he gets a 10. He lives as a peasant in a dangerous city with Aladdin. They are technically homeless, though they do have a pretty sweet setup. I mean, he's a monkey. He could probably go find other monkeys and live somewhere with more food, but instead, he steals and hustles in the streets with Aladdin. I mean, can a street rat really ask for more from his pet monkey? Yes, he's a bit selfish, but he always comes around eventually, like when he gives the bread back to the children. Helpfulness, he gets a 7. Yes, he helps them steal bread and sticks with them, but he also causes a lot of problems. I mean, let's not forget the whole Cave of Wonders thing in the first place, because he couldn't keep his big, meaty claws off the forbidden treasure.
Big, meaty claws!
Of course, he also steals the lamp from Jafar and saves Aladdin's life. See what I mean? Causes problems, saves the day. And how does Aladdin pay him back for his helpfulness? He ignores him as soon as he meets a woman. That scene will forever live rent-free in my head. Sorry about that. Could he have done it without him? Alright, on this one, he gets a 10. While this may seem high, and yes, I think Aladdin maybe could have achieved his goal, possibly even easier without him, I looked a little deeper into this one. Aladdin has no one. He's a nobody. No friends, no family, all he has is Abu. I think we've all probably dealt with loneliness and feeling worthless at some point. And having someone to stick by your side through thick and thin means a lot. And Abu does just that. He helps Aladdin get through those hard days of being a loner in Agrabah before he meets Jasmine. One of the all-time greats. Abu. Total score, 27.
We were so close!
Alright, at number 2, we have Mushu.
That's right, fool!
Oh, wrong Eddie Murphy character. Sorry about that. Loyalty, he gets a 9. He has Mulan's back in every situation. I mean, he's literally willing to bite a grown man's naked butt to keep Mulan's identity hidden. If that doesn't scream loyalty, I don't know what does. As far as I know, he's the only sidekick to get slapped and still stays even after being called a lizard. The only reason he's not getting a 10 here is because his original motivation is to help himself. They call him O Demoted One and they laugh at him, and he wants to be a guardian again, and he comes up with this plan to make Mulan a war hero to reclaim his place. But even after everything falls apart and she's exposed, he comes clean. He tells her that he wasn't really sent to protect her, and that they started this together and that's how they'll finish it. He even promises her. At that point, there's nothing in it for him, but he still stays. Now that's a loyal sidekick. Helpfulness, he gets a 10. I mean, sure, had he actually gotten the stone dragon, maybe it wouldn't have been so difficult for Mulan, but then maybe she doesn't grow into such a fierce warrior. He's constantly pushing and believing in Mulan, and he even cooks for her and feeds her. Could she have done it without him? 0% chance. He gets a 10. If not for his crazy idea to ride a panda and write a fake letter, Mulan never goes to war and becomes a hero in the first place. And then look at this. She just grabs him and shoots him off into the snow, and he still looks out for her in the snow after being shot off and washed away into an avalanche. An amazing sidekick and a classic character. Overall score, 29. Okay, now I took some heat from friends when I told them Mushu wasn't going to be number 1. And he's definitely the most entertaining sidekick, But there's one more who beats him. And to quote the great Shaw Frillis Productions, it wasn't even close. That's right. At number 1, we have Pascal. Yeah, even though he only beats Mushu by a point, it was never actually a contest. Pascal wins in a landslide. He gets a perfect 10 all the way around. I mean, if there's one thing that screams loyalty, it's murdering your best friend's mother who raised her so she can be with the man she loves in peace. And that's why my murderous man is getting number 1. Loyalty, he gets a 10. He lives in a tower locked away with Rapunzel that he's not even supposed to be in. He constantly has to stay hidden day after day, and he stays with her. He is always by Rapunzel's side, even when she almost leaves him behind because she just met some new dude. I mean, hey, don't worry about me drowning. I'll save myself. Sorry about that. Helpfulness, he gets a 10. He'll do anything to help her. He sticks his tongue in Flynn's ear, constantly keeps her entertained, and look at this. He tries to fight Mother Gothel in the end. A tiny little chameleon doing all he can to save her. Could she have done it without him? No way. Now, if you know Pascal's tragic backstory, you know his mother was killed by that SOB snake. Then he killed Pascal too, but then Rapunzel brings him back to life. So yes, you can say he's just repaying his debt to her, but he does this. He repays it tenfold. I mean, does Rapunzel even survive those 18 years locked away in the tower without Pascal? No way. And yes, Mother Gothel gets old in the end, but is she gonna die? Who knows? But Pascal makes sure of it. He leaves no doubt. He lets Rapunzel keep her innocence by getting his own hands dirty and taking Mother Gothel out. Don't overlook this scene. She reaches out to save Mother Gothel. She is so pure and innocent, she doesn't want harm to come to anyone, even her abuser. And Pascal knows this, so he does what Rapunzel can. Plus, I mean, if you've watched the TV show, you get to see Pascal as a baby, and let's be honest, he could win off pure cuteness alone if he wanted. I mean, look at him.
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it!
You think I got the list right? Who did I miss? Who's your favorite sidekick of all time? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe, and check out my next ranking video when I'm gonna rank all. It's gonna be good. And that's that. Better luck next life, as they say.